Hi, I'm Chaya Lester here in chilly Jerusalem, and I just wanted to share a wintertime public service announcement, which is this is the time to dream. This is the time to access it's the darkest days, it's the longest nights. This is the time to dream and access our deepest unconscious material. I love it that the Torah reading of this time is the Joseph cycle. It's all about this dreamer who was really restructured an entire society and saved an entire region and his family because of his ability to read unconscious messages and then act on it in the world. Changed reality because of his taking seriously dreams and the unconscious realm. And it's something that we need to do more. And this is the time to do it. Wintertime is it's created this way, that this is our time to go inside. So I love the metaphor of imagine that there's this little town and underneath the town is this, kind of complex wiring, underground wiring system that gives the town heat and electricity and internet. And imagine a new mayor comes to town and is like, you know what? There's this guy who runs the underground wiring, but we never see him. He's always underground. Nobody really understands what he does. And I think we should stop paying him because nobody gets it and nobody sees him anyway. What is he? It's really not consequential to our town. And so they stop paying the underground worker and he stops working. And slowly but surely, of course, the lights start blinking and the heat goes out and everything turns into like utter disarray. And we know that this is the case with our dreams. When we stop paying attention to our underground workings, our underground worker, our unconscious workings, then unfortunately, things actually really start to go amiss. And they've done studies and shown that when they deprive people of sleep and of dreaming, people just go psychotically crazy. And so too with us, when we don't access our deep unconscious material, and that can be in dreams, that can be our unconscious memories from when we were children, our unconscious emotions that are coursing through us throughout the day. When we don't access that and give conscious awareness to it, then the unconscious kind of starts to jump out and grab and demand our attention. And I really like to look at it as almost like when I do therapy with people, all therapy is couples therapy, because inside of us there is an unconscious self and a conscious self. And usually this couple is fighting and ignoring each other and sort of badgering each other. And so all of therapy really is about getting these two parts of ourselves into communication and creating shared language, because there's the unconscious part, there's the conscious part, and the unconscious part has important, vital information for our conscious self. But when our conscious self doesn't listen to our unconscious parts, doesn't pay it attention, then the unconscious will basically demand attention through this thing called symptoms, through acting out, through physical symptoms, through illness, through mental illness. These symptoms are our unconscious attempts to get our conscious mind to pay attention to our feelings and our memories and the deeper currents of our being, our unconscious being. So whenever we see symptoms coming up in our lives, one way to help heal those symptoms, the first way, in my opinion, is to say, okay, what's going on with my unconscious? How can I get into communication with the unconscious parts of myself and listen to what's going on? So our dreams are such a wonderful opportunity to create that listening and that awareness. Because the minute I write down my dream, I'm taking my conscious self and I'm saying, my conscious self is gonna take seriously enough to take 5 minutes out of my day and write down what my unconscious just told me in the 6 hours, of her rule in the night. What the unconscious material really appreciates being listened to, just like any person would really appreciate being heard, reflected, mirrored. Okay, so we need to do mirroring and kind of couples communication with our unconscious self. So I want to bless us that we dream well, we dream deep, and we create beautiful bridges between our conscious and our unconscious, particularly in this season, because the work that we do now, mining and giving care and attention to our unconscious self, is going to provide us the health and vigor mentally that we are going to need throughout the year. So that's my wintertime public service announcement. Dream on, get some therapy, write in your journal. All of these are ways to honor the unconscious.